I froze mid-step, my hands still clutching the wilting daisies I'd grabbed from the gas station on Route 17. Through the cracked blinds of the on-call room at St. Joseph's Hospital in Paterson, New Jersey, I saw me wife, Lauren, pressed up against Dr. Michael Goddamn Rossi. Her blonde hair, usually tied back in that neat ponytail, spilled over her shoulders as she arched her neck, letting him kiss it like some starving animal. His hands, those surgeon hands I'd once admired, slid down her slim waist, tugging at the hem of her nurse's scrubs. She giggled, a sound I hadn't heard from her in months, and then her fingers dug into his back, pulling him closer. The room's dim light cast their shadows on the wall, a twisted dance I couldn't unsee. My stomach churned, but I didn't barge in. I didn't yell. I just stood there, a 42-year-old electrician from Hackensack, watching my 38-year-old wife of 15 years fuck me over without even knowing I was there. I backed away, the daisies dropping into a trash can by the elevator. I'd come to surprise her on her night shift, stupid me, thinking a little gesture might fix the distance between us. Now I had my answer. I rode the elevator down, jaw clenched, plotting. She didn't know I'd seen. She wouldn't know I was onto her. Not yet. Back home, our split-level house on Maple Avenue felt like a museum of a life that didn't exist anymore. Lauren's yoga mat still sat rolled up in the corner, her half-finished coffee mug on the counter, little relics of normalcy. I poured myself a Jack Daniels, neat, and stared at the framed photo of us from our honeymoon in Cape Cod. She'd been a knockout then, all sun-kissed skin and curves in that red bikini, laughing as I tried to surf. Now she was somebody else's knockout. The next morning, I played it cool. "How was your shift?" I asked over breakfast, scrambling eggs like it was just another Sunday. "Exhausting," she said, barely looking up from her phone. Her green eyes flickered with something guilt. Maybe, but her voice was steady. "Lots of emergencies. Barely slept." "Yeah, I bet," I said, forcing a smile. "You deserve a medal, babe." She smirked, oblivious, and went back to scrolling. That's when I decided I wasn't confronting her. Not yet. I needed proof, a plan, something to make sense of the wreckage. So I started digging. First stop, my buddy Dave, 45, a burly ex-cop turned PI who owed me a favor after I rewired his cabin up in the Catskills for free. We met at Murphy's Tavern, a dive bar off Main Street, all dark wood and sticky floors. Dave's buzz cut was graying, but his handshake still crushed bones. "Lauren's cheating?" he said, leaning back in the booth, sipping a Budweiser. "Shit, man, I'm sorry. She's got that sweet smile, though never pegged her for it." "Neither did I said, sliding him $100 under the table. "I saw her with some doctor. Rossi. Need you to tail her. Get me photos, anything concrete." Dave nodded, no judgment in his eyes. "Give me a week. If she's banging this guy, I'll catch her mid-thrustwell, close enough without breaking any laws." "Appreciate it," I said, downing my whiskey. "Just don't spook her." Next, I turned to my sister, Karen, 40, a real estate agent with a sharp tongue and sharper instincts. She'd never liked Lauren, called her too perfect, from day one. I drove to her condo in Montclair, a sleek place with floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the skyline. "You're kidding me," Karen said, pouring us both coffee, her auburn hair pulled back tight. She was all angles, high cheekbones, lean frame, the kind of woman who intimidated lesser men. "I told you, Nick. She's got those wandering eyes. What's your move?" "I don't know yet," I admitted, staring into the black brew. "Part of me wants to burn the house down with her in it. Part of me just wants to know why." Karen snorted. "She's bored. You're steady, dependable, boring as hell to a chick like her. That doctor's probably got a Porsche and a penthouse. You're fighting an uphill battle, bro." "Gee, thanks," I muttered. "You gonna help or just kick me while I'm down?" "I'll help," she said, smirking. "I've got a friend at St. Joseph's, nurse named Tara. She's a gossip. I'll see what she knows." Tara, 32, turned out to be a petite brunette with a dancer's body and a mouth that didn't quit. We met her at a diner on Route 46, her scrubs wrinkled from a double shift. She had big hazel eyes and legs that went on forever under the table, hard not to notice, even with my head spinning. Rossi and Lauren? Tara said, stirring sugar into her iced tea. Oh, honey, they're the worst-kept secret in the ER. Been flirty for months. Last week, I caught them sneaking out of the supply closet, her lipstick all over his collar. He's a sleaze, married, too, by the way. Married? I said, my voice tight. Figures. Yeah. Wife's some corporate lawyer in Manhattan, Tara said, leaning in, her voice dropping. Lauren's not his first fling. Guy's got a tight blonde, curvy, naive. She's in deep, though. Talks about him like he's her ticket out. Out of what? I snapped. Me? Tara shrugged. I'm just the messenger, sweetie. You asked. That night I couldn't sleep. Lauren came home late, claiming paperwork. Her hair still mussed from whatever she'd been doing. I lay there, staring at the ceiling, imagining her with Rossi, his smug face, her soft moans. I wanted to shake her, demand answers, but I held it in. The game wasn't over. Dave delivered 3 days later. We met in his truck outside a Dunkin' Donuts, rain streaking the windshield. He tossed me a manila envelope, photos of Lauren and Rossi at a motel off I-80. Her legs wrapped around him as they stumbled through the door, his hand up her skirt. Another shot. Them kissing in his BMW, her head tilted back, that same giggle frozen in time. Caught him Tuesday night, Dave said, lighting a cigarette. She's ballsy, man. Didn't even try to hide it. I stared at the photos, my chest tight. Thanks, Dave. I owe you. Nah, he said, exhaling smoke. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? You're too good for this shit. Stupid wasn't my plan. Smart was. I started small, hacked her phone with a cheap spyware app one found online. Texts poured in. Rossi calling her baby, promising a weekend away once his wife was out of town. Lauren's replies were all hearts and can't wait. I printed them, stashed them in my toolbox. Then came the curveball. Karen called me late one night, voice shaky. Nick, Tara saw Rossi with another nurse today, some redhead newbie. All perky tits and big smiles. He's two-timing Lauren, too. I laughed, bitter as hell. So I'm the schmuck, and she's the side piece to his side piece? Perfect. Dump her, Karen said. File tomorrow. You've got enough. Not yet, I said. I want her to feel this. The confrontation came a week later. Lauren was off shift, lounging on our couch in yoga pants that hugged her hips, her hair cascading over one shoulder like some goddamn angel. I tossed the photos and texts onto the coffee table. Explain, I said, voice flat. She froze, eyes wide, then scrambled for excuses. Nick, it's not, look, it was a mistake. Okay? I was lonely, you're always working. Cut the bullshit. I snapped. Lonely? You're screwing a married doctor in a motel while I'm fixing lights to pay our bills. How long? 6 months? She whispered, tears welling up. I didn't mean to hurt you. 6 months, I repeated, pacing. And now he's fucking someone else. You're not even his main event, Lauren. You're the appetizer. Her face crumpled, shock, then rage. What? Who told you that? Doesn't matter, I said. You're done. Pack your shit. She lunged at me, grabbing my arm. Nick, please, we can fix this. I'll quit. We'll move Florida. Anywhere. I love you. I shook her off, staring into those green eyes I used to drown in. You don't love me. You love the idea of me bailing you out when this blows up. Get out. She sobbed, begged, but I didn't budge. She left that night, suitcase in hand, mascara streaking her face. I poured another Jack, sat in the dark, and let the silence settle. Days later, Tara texted me Rossi's wife found out, divorced him, took half his money. Lauren was crashing at a friend's, jobless after quitting in shame. Me? I sold the house, moved to a condo in Jersey City, started over. Karen set me up with a bartender friend, long legs, dark hair, a laugh that didn't hide lies. We're taking it slow. Sometimes I wonder if Lauren regrets it, if she's still chasing Rossi or some other asshole. Sometimes I don't care. Trust's a ghost now, marriage a faded tattoo. I'm free, But the scars itch. Maybe they always will.